Y'all will literally not believe what just fucking happened to me on this date. I'm gonna have to call y'all when I get in the car. Yeah. What he talking about?
I think you should treat yourself. I know you were thinking about it, and you were like, oh, I don't know. Do it. Do it. Who's gonna stop you? Me? No. You? No. A man? No.
I hope it's not too noisy and the setting is different because I'm in between houses. You guys know I'm moving. But anyways, let's talk about this whole situation. My only issue is I didn't realize that she was still in the restaurant bathroom when she was giving the update. I think it's very tacky the way she did that, but her complaints are very valid. And I thought
do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and all day. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just.
Y'all will literally not believe what just fucking happened to me on this date. I'm gonna have to call y'all when I get in the car. Actually, let's talk about it. Let me put the light on. Let's actually talk about it, okay? I ordered my drink. He ordered his drink. I ordered a half a dozen oysters. I want to say maybe that's around like $15 to $18. I think we were at Eddie V's. I can't remember how much. That's normally how much it would be. After that, he said that he wasn't hungry. He didn't want to eat. I ordered an entree. I ordered lamb chops. Mind you, prior to this date, I told him that I wanted steak. Like I said, I was in the mood for like steak and like asparagus, mac and cheese. Like I was saying all this. So it's not nothing that was just, I ordered lamb chops, mac and cheese, Brussels sprouts, and crab fried rice. Half sizes. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick story time because I don't know what some of y'all problems are, making it seem like what I ordered was outrageous. This man took me to a steakhouse, okay? Keep that in mind. This is a dinner date. What do you do at dinner? You eat dinner. I told him that, like, I wanted steak, asparagus, like, I wanted, like, the full, So he knew, mind you, he picked the restaurant. I didn't pick it. He picked the restaurant, okay? So, and again, I got the lamb chops. The lamb chops are cheaper than the steak itself. That's number one. So if I would have got the steak and an appetizer or two, it would have added up to what the hell I ordered anyway. And also, I don't know about y'all, have some standards, okay? If you're taking me to a steakhouse, I'm going to order what I want. Not only because it's like you're paying for it, but I can afford what I want to eat, okay? And there's nothing wrong if you can't afford it, but I can afford it. So I'm not about to starve myself or act like I don't want to eat something because a guy took me on a date. I've never experienced something like that. So again, like when I say it's the worst day ever, it is because I've never experienced nothing like that. And I never had a man walk out on me at dinner on a date. Like basically the tab, because you didn't even ask how much the tab was. Like, so that was crazy. It was a few red flags, like me asking him, like, I had hinted, I was like, so what are you going to eat? And he just was like, oh, I'm not hungry, like I ate. And I was like, why would you eat? We had dinner plans. He was like, because I have a 7-year-old. Like, he got smart. He was like, because I have a 7-year-old. Mind you, this man been calling me all day, making sure I'm going on this date, making sure I'm okay. He wanted to send me food earlier. Was letting me know that we had to push our date back a little bit because he still had his son and he had to wait a little bit longer to drop his son off to his ex-wife. Cool, no biggie. So why would you eat knowing that we had dinner plans? I digress. That was like the second red flag. I'm not even gonna say what the other one was. But as soon as, mind you, he's sitting right next to me. So when I order all my food, he's hearing it. He's literally right next to me. We sat at the bar because he's 6'8" and he didn't want to sit at a table because like his legs and his knees or whatever. Had no problem with that. So he's literally sitting directly next to me. He's hearing what I'm saying. I order my food, no comment. My food comes out, all these comments. And this is what, it just wasn't one or two comments. It was repeated comments back to back to back, where it was like, even the bartender was kind of like looking over it, because it's like, you're making me feel uncomfortable. And like, if I was a bigger woman, I would have felt like you was body shaming me. Because why are you asking me that? Why are you asking me if I'm going to eat the food that I ordered? What did I order it for? Why are we on a dinner date? He was like, oh, you order all that? He was like, you going to eat all that? He was like, did you order something for your friend? He was like, if I wasn't here, was you going to order that? And I was like, that's such an interesting comment to make. And it was like silent for 5 minutes, and then he apologized. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I wasn't trying to be rude. I was literally telling him, I was like, yeah, because I'm like, that was very offensive. I was like, I actually feel very disrespected. I was like, that was definitely rude. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't my intentions. And I was like, okay. And I was like, and he was telling me, because prior to the food coming out, we had a conversation where I was stating that I don't like dating in Houston. And I was telling him why. He said he didn't like dating in Houston because he feel like women here are just finesse, like other cities. It's not like Houston. Like, this is the only city that women like money. He was just like, I feel like women just like you for your money. They wanted you to take them on trips and this, and that. That was like red flag number 2. Whatever. I'm like, okay. So he was breaking that to me. He was like, yeah, you know, this kind of just happened to my friend. And he took a girl on a date and she ordered all this food and he ended up leaving her. And he was saying, so like, he was like, and I told you, like, I feel like girls be trying to finesse. And I was like, I don't have to finesse you for dinner. I was like, even if you wasn't here, I would have been able to afford this tab myself. I was like, are you implying that you don't want to pay for my food? He was like, no, that's not what I'm implying. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, I was like, I would have respected if you would have said, like, you know, explain this to me instead of like telling me, you know, instead of making those remarks. He was like, oh, I just apologize about that. I said, I understand that, but I'm letting you know why I was upset and why I felt the way I felt. So then he was like, yeah, but like, you know, I was like, well, honestly, I was like, if you feel like people are going to finesse you or you have, and he was like, you know, this is probably like some of my trauma from my past and dating. And I was like, I understand that, but I was like, it's not fair for you to project what people did to you onto me. You just met me. I'm not dumb. So you can't say I'm trying to finesse you because, baby, I could pay for it myself. And I was like, honestly, if you feel like people are going to finesse you for dinner, I was like, maybe take them on a bowling date. Like, maybe take them to an arcade. But you're 45 years old. I understand I'm 25. Mind you, this man was talking to me about marriage. He was like, you're so mature for your age. Blase, 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 blase. But you're tripping about me ordering appetizer, entree, and sides. Okay. And it was to the point where, like, even the bartender was, like, literally side-eyeing because he just was, like, when I say it just was multiple comments back to back to back. Within the first fucking few minutes of my food getting, like, placed on the fucking counter. And I was just literally, like, it made me feel so uncomfortable, like, I've literally never been on a date like that ever. Ever. So then after I said, like, you know, maybe go on a bowling date or an arcade date, it was quiet for like a couple minutes. He was on his phone. He was calling Uber. I already knew he was calling Uber. So then he was like, yeah, I'm going to go. I was like, okay. He puts $100 cash down, walks out. He doesn't say bye. He doesn't say it was nice meeting you. He doesn't say, do you have a ride home? Or is there a way, are you okay to get home? Because remember, like I said, I Ubered with him. He didn't say anything. He just got up and left. Mind you, he said that his daughter's 25 or 24. Your daughter's my age. How would you feel if your daughter went on a date and a man treated her like that? But I digress. But yeah, all them comments that y'all making about like me doing too much, shut it up.
I hope it's not too noisy and the setting is different because I'm in between houses. You guys know I'm moving. But anyways, let's talk about this whole situation. My only issue is I didn't realize that she was still in the restaurant bathroom when she was giving the update. I think it's very tacky the way she did that, but her complaints are very valid. And I thought it was such a red flag as soon as he said that he had already ate. You ask her to go have dinner, right? Why would you eat? unless you just didn't want to spend that much money. You ate before, and this happened to me before with a man that I was dating, and he was a doctor. A lot of them are real cheap. But let's just say that you would invite me to have dinner with you, and you get to the restaurant and then tell me that you already ate. So what'd you eat? What did you even ask me for to go to dinner with you? Because if you're having dinner, I'm not gonna be the only one eating. I will still eat. Don't get me wrong, I will still eat, but you're going to watch me eat. But then it's weird because why did you eat first? Why did you? Now this is unpopular opinion, but I don't think she did anything wrong. Because you should not be asking me on a date if you cannot afford to pay for the date. First of all, a lot of men nowadays just put in their minds that women are just going on dates just to have free food. Yes, granted, you are eating, but if you cannot afford to take me out, don't even ask on a date. And a lot of thing too is a lot of men making it seem as if like if we didn't take you on this date, you wouldn't eat for the day. So we've been eating before we met you. And that little meal, that little plate of food that you're buying isn't going to really have me jump your bones because you just bought me a plate of food, you know? And a lot of men feels that way, is that, oh, well, she's just going for a free meal. Sir, calm down, because clearly we haven't been missing any meals, right? And you stopped her because you thought she looked good and you wanted to take her out. And then another thing that I realized too is you asking her how she doing, has she eaten, and can I send you food? You were sending her lunch and everything, or requesting to send her lunch. You're low-key hoping that she would say no for the date. And the reason that you told her that you had already ate is because you have a 7-year-old. I don't know if it's a daughter or a son, whatever, but you knew you had a 7-year-old when you reach out to have dinner. You knew that you could have possibly eaten. Why didn't you just offer to go on a drink date? And if she wanted to go on a drink date, she would have said yes or no, depending on how she feels. But you knew you were going to eat, and you knew you were going to go and have dinner. You still ate dinner anyways, because my thing is, in my mind, I'm thinking you did not want to spend that much money. You basically just wanted to have maybe desserts or soup. You were not expecting her to actually want to eat at this dinner that you invited her to. And for her eating oysters, I mean, my thing is oysters, dinner date. Why are you eating oysters at a dinner date knowing that you're not going to stay? Because like I said before, oysters, from what I've been told, oysters make you horny. Once he realized that she wasn't going to stay and she was going to hang out with her friends, which I'm assuming that she did say that she had other plans to go hang out with her friends who were in town, he decided to just leave. Because for one, he wasn't planning on eating. He was planning on meeting you, in my opinion, have a small dinner, because that is the reason why he came already full. Because that's what I would have done. If I'm going to a dinner with someone and I don't plan on staying, or I'm not really interested, then I'm going to eat at home and then just have like a dinner and then just hurry out, right? But I think he realized that she wasn't going to stay. She really wasn't going to stay. Maybe she had mentioned to him that her friends are in town and that she wasn't going to stay. But he was putting his head that she might change her mind, but she didn't. So then he decided, okay, well, I'm going to put $100 down and then just leave, which to me was real tacky, because you knew she came in an Uber. You didn't even care to wait to see how she's gonna make it home safe.